Morning, guys. I decided that I was going to do a video based on the question that JP had on Monday night about a comment that Jeff had made on trying to earn someone's love. And it was something that I didn't want to do by text. I didn't want to do it in a message because it just takes it loses some of it. So you get me first thing in the morning, got my coffee right here. So I'm just going to do a quick thing. So it would be really easy to say that it's something that you learned, that you had to earn someone's love. Well, I don't believe that that's true. I think that people either love you or they don't. And even within your own families. But the thing that when I'm coaching my clients and so on, and when I'm talking, there is one question that I always encourage people to ask, and that's what I'm going to say right up front, is if you find that you are trying to earn someone's love, and it could be your partner, your wife or your husband, whoever you live with, it could be a parent, it could be a grandparent, it could be anything like that. And it doesn't all, you don't just wake up one morning and go, oh my God, I'm doing that. It's a gradual thing as you go through those phases of growth and so on. And like as JP indicated, sometimes it's just as someone says something and you're like, oh my God, that's me. The question that you want to be asking is why? Why am I trying to do that? And you are not going to get the answer right away. It's not going to happen the first time. I live and breathe by these legal papers. And yes, it's not legal, but I write a lot in there. I write in my journals. And you want to write why. Big. Why am I trying to earn their love? And just write down what comes down to mind. And it'll probably take, and when you get why, so you write your first answer, and then ask yourself the same question. Why do I, whatever you wrote down? Write down the next answer. Ask yourself again, why? And it goes down, and it's just like copywriting. You'll get to about 20 or 25, and it takes time. It takes practice to be able to do this. But then you're starting to get down in that onion. And the reality is it could take you to 100 before you actually figure it out. And it's painful and it's humiliating and it's sometimes shameful, incredibly enlightening, and it's a process. So that's the first thing that you have to do is you have to start digging down. And it almost always never comes from the person that right now you are trying to earn their love of. And as Craig said in his book, it's got some tremendous examples in there of how that played out for him with his ex-wife and the materialistic things. And yeah, it tends to come into that. Once you've got that, then I'm going to jump to the end, and then I can come back and fill in the pieces. Once you've got that, then you can start changing your relationship with that person. And when I say relationship, it's transforming it into a healthy relationship, healthier. So there's, again, two questions, and you could do this every single day. And for the first little while, they'll go, what the hell is the matter with you? Why are you doing this? Because they're so conditioned to what you've been doing. And those two questions are, first of all, what can I do today to support you? Because they don't want you trying to earn their love. They simply just want your support. And if you don't ask them how you can support them today, you're off on this little tangent of doing all these other things. And Monday next conversation, you end up in that position like Will Smith, where you think getting up on stage and smacking someone is actually supporting the person. And it's not, because that's not what people want. And women, in our relationships as men and women have evolved. Women don't want to be supported like that. Most don't. Healthy don't. That's the first question. What can I do today to support you? And it could be as simple as go make a coffee for me this morning, go do some groceries, put your socks in the laundry, do the laundry, take the kids to school, stay out of my damn way. So it could be any one of those things, but if you don't ask, you're working on assumptions and you're trying to do something that probably don't actually want. The second one is, what do you need from me today? Which is very different from the first one. Do you need me just to sit beside you and hold your hand because you're having a shitty day so far? Do you need me to help you find a particular resource because you're working on this project? Do you need me to keep talking? Do you need me to whatever? But those two things are the most powerful things that you can do for your partner. And it can be it can be your parents, it can be your kids. You can use this in all different areas, but I'm just talking about ones where you're in that thing where you're trying to earn their love. Okay, that's what I suggest you do. If you do just that, in what I've talked about in the first 5 minutes, you are going to have massive changes in your life. You will start seeing things change differently. Because in the genre of trying to earn their love, you are dancing down that edge of codependency. Because when you're trying to earn someone's love, it's because you feel that you are not good enough. And that didn't happen just yesterday. That comes from way back in whatever our childhood was. And there's a hole inside you. I see it as a visual hole, and some people's hole is like big, and some people's hole is little like this, and some people have a whole crap load of holes all over them. And you are trying to fill those holes by trying to earn their love because you think what you'll get from that will make you feel whole again. No pun intended. Where do those holes come from? Those holes come from our childhood. Those holes come from things where we're in a family where these can be very, very loving families. It can be a family where the what's going on as a child, or what your monetary background was, or what everything just doesn't simply resonate you. It can be a conflict of values. And then when you pull away from that, now you're fighting yourself because you're not actually loving yourself. So I don't want to use this as a coaching platform or anything like that. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to make sure that you understand that if you are doing this, trying to earn someone's love, it's because you don't love yourself enough. There's something about you that you need to get okay with. And it's a process. I'm still going through it. There are times that I was like, oh my God, how could anybody possibly love me when I don't really think it's the most amazing package? But that's just, it's a process. And when you think that way about yourself, the other person certainly can't do that. But it all goes back to, I'm not good enough. We try and fill those holes, and we believe that other people can fill those holes for us. This is not an art class. They don't have a palette with some paint and putty and stuff that they can just go with their little thingy and go fill it all up. It's a game from inside out. So I hope that's helpful. If anybody who wants to reach out to me, this isn't always my area of expertise, but I do have some expertise in it. So hopefully it's helpful. That's it.